Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live plan with me. Let me know if you can hear me okay. If you're here on the live, and if you are on the replay, then just say hi. Let me know that you're here in the comments. I'm going to be planning out the week of Monday the 2nd through Sunday the 8th in my Makselife. I think that's the right dates, right? Yes. In my Makselife Vertical Undated weekly. Just checking to say hi to everybody in the comments. Hello. I'm glad you guys are here. This was last week. Not this week. This was last week, and as you can see, I hit the weekend, and I've both been feeling like crap and also been getting a lot done. So I sort of neglected checking in with my habits as well as going into my planner towards the end of the week, and I'm okay with that. That happens sometimes, right? Okay, you guys can hear me? Good to know. Ooh, birthday week, Amy. Happy birthday. Kamala, I'm glad you made it to the, Kamala? Kamala, it's more like Kamala, right? Like Kamala Harris. Anyway, I'm glad you made it. Ibaya, I'm glad you're back. Good to see you all. Hello, everybody. So we're going to plan out this week. I have got a Krissyanne Designs kit that I thought felt very like spring-like and beautiful. The spring is really starting to hit here I feel like everything is so bright and blown out. Give me a second here. I'm going to bring the lights down just a skosh. There we go. Let's try that. Is that better? Yeah, it looks a little less just completely washed out. All right. I'm using this kit from Krissyanne Designs, and I grabbed a couple of washi tapes. I grabbed these two Simply Gilded ones, but I think this is the one I'd like to use along the top, but this is one of those like crispy Scotch washi tapes, and on top of that, it's hella old. This is that kind of crispy. Have you ever tried the washi tape that's just like crispy? Like, it's the best way I have to put it, and it fucking sucks, but I love the pattern on this. It's just why I didn't get rid of it. But it's also old, so I'm really curious to see if it sticks. So ideally, I want to use this across the top and then use the skinny guy and then what's on here. But this is my backup right here, this bow washi tape, in case this crispy situation does not perform. TNG Perfect Mate. Oh my God. Very nice. Ooh, Lady Oasis, you're turning 40 this Tuesday. Any words of wisdom? Get your mammogram. Also, I have been enjoying my 40s immensely. Kidney failure or not, I am a big fan of my 40s. It feels like every decade as an adult, has just gotten better for me. So I hope you have a great birthday. And yeah, just know that you need to just make sure to go stay up to date on all of your important appointments so nothing bites you in the ass. All right. Oh, that for an unsticky tape, this certainly pulled off a little bit of my page. That's fucking... Okay, well, it's working so far, so we're just going to go with it. We'll see what happens. Wait a minute. It's from Star Trek The Next Generation. Are you talking about the episode? Well, I mean, I love Star Trek The Next Generation. Are you talking about the episode with Famke Janssen is in it, and she plays that one like species of person that is in the egg or whatever, and then she like changes herself for whatever guy she's like around, but then once she's like with the guy that she's gonna marry, she like that becomes her like forever personality or whatever. Is that the one you're talking about? Pamela, from what I understand, once you turn 40, you're supposed to get mammograms, what, like every year or something? The metamorph, that's it. Yeah, go get your mammogram, Pam. Go get it. Crispy tape. Okay, so Madi, if you don't know what I mean, like, okay, here, I'll take this like chunk of it right here, right? And then here's a piece of Simply Gilded, right? So if you look at the Simply Gilded, it's like flexible and the paper is kind of soft. But then this guy, you can hear, like, do you hear the ASMR? Versus, here's Simply Gilded. Here's crispy tape. It's got a crispy texture. Yeah, Debbie, I'm the same way. I've got small boobs and I feel my mammograms have it feels like the skin is getting fucking torn off. I'm just not a fan. Ooh, you made it on time, Kat. Yay! Yeah, I have been getting mammograms off and on since I was in my, like, younger 30s, but it's because I have dense breast tissue. So I will be, like, doing my boob exam, which I don't do every month because I'm forgetful, but I do it. I feel myself up on a somewhat regular basis, just for checking to make sure everything's on the up and up. And every once in a while, I will come across something that feels a little chunky, right? And so, of course, naturally, I freak out, and then I go get examined, and I usually have to go in for, every time I've gone in for like a mammogram. Then I usually have to get a second mammogram, and then if I'm especially lucky, I'll have to get an ultrasound as well. And then the answer is always that I have dense breast tissue. So, better safe than sorry. My aunt had inflammatory breast cancer, so I don't want to go through. She had twice. The first time she beat it, the second time it took her out. But, like, I don't really want to go through that, so I will keep checking, even though I hate mammograms with a fiery passion. Just because, again, like I said, they're just massively, massively uncomfortable. Yeah, lumpy boobs. That's what I've got. I have not had a colonoscopy, and I actually asked if I was going to need one pre-transplant because my sister had to get one, but apparently they don't think I'm going to need to get one. Fingers crossed. I was dreading turning 40, and the reason I was dreading turning 40 was because that's when my parents died. My dad died when he was 40. My mom died when she was 45. And there's a level of like fear and stress I still have about my 40s for that, but I am proud to say that I feel like I have, at least in some small part, managed to at the very least recognize that while I can't control the world, it is useless to just continually stress about potentially kicking the bucket because my parents did. I have PKD and my dad had PKD, but my dad also didn't go to the doctor because he didn't have health insurance. It was 2001 and he was poor and had a genetic kidney disease. He didn't have health insurance. He couldn't afford to go to the doctor. So I'm not going to get on my soapbox right now about America's shitty healthcare system, but just trust when I say, if you've ever gotten into an argument with me about healthcare, and I get really, really aggro about it, know that a big part of that is that if there is a chance my dad might not have died when he was 40 if he had accessible healthcare. Anyway, but the point is that I have health insurance. I'm not a fan of my health insurance currently, but I do have health insurance. And so I I'm medicated and I'm taking care of all the things for the most part. And so I'm in a better position than my dad was. So the chances of PKD taking me out with a stroke the way they did with my dad is a lot lower. My mom, on the other hand, because we don't know what killed her, I'm not 45 yet, so I'm not letting that get to me quite yet. But that one is probably going to hit me a little bit differently because that one was just out of the blue and we still don't really know what happened. And so I can't be like, well, yeah, my dad died from a stroke because of PKD, but I take care of myself, so I'm not worried about it. In my mom's case, she had just had a physical and was in good health and died in her sleep. And so it's like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? I'm looking to see what's going on in the comments. Oh, Amy, big hugs. I hope that everything is going as well as it can be for your diagnosis. Hi, Mary. Glad to see you. I'm sorry about the event with your heart. Oh God, Heather. Yeah, I had a friend who got shingles, I think 3 times, and he was in his 20s. That poor guy. Oh, he was not thrilled, which I don't blame him for. Okay, so I haven't posted my monthly plan with me yet. It's going up this week. But in that plan with me, I talked about how I'm gonna, for the Roomba, I need to like come up with something a little different than what I've been doing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay this down. I don't actually have a meal plan for the week yet because, I mean, I've got a bunch of stuff I didn't make this week because I've been feeling so shitty. I haven't been doing a lot of cooking. So, but I still need someone to write those meals down. Maybe what I could do is just write the list down on like my, like this type of page, which it was like for last month, I put the weekly reflections here, but usually with my weekly reflections, I've got extra space. So I could put my meals there because what I'm thinking about doing is using that little box that I use sometimes to put my meals in, putting where I want to run the Roomba each day so that I can check it off. Because the problem is that, you know, like you can set up a schedule with the Roomba, but because, everything except for the kitchen, I have to actually physically pick it up and take it to that room. I can't just set a schedule and like set it and forget it. I have to move the Roomba. So I really want to get that hammered in this month. And so I need to put it somewhere in the planner so that I can keep track of it. So that's on my list. Now I got to cut this, and I was just talking to my patrons about this. I talked to Julie because I've been scaring myself with my X-Acto blade. So I asked her what she's been using because she has like a little like ceramic situation that she uses to cut her washi tape or her like, you know, stickers. And she says it's this thing called a slice, which has a ceramic blade. And it feels like a pen. So what I'm going to do, I just got it, and this is the first time I'm using it. And that was very seamless. Did it work? Oh my God, that worked so beautifully. Did I cut through the paper? No. That was just fucking nifty. So, okay, 2 thumbs up for this little slice thing. Cool. Yeah, when do you get the shingles vaccine? I did have chicken pox as a kid. Fucking goddamn it. My kids didn't. They got the vaccine, but we had one of those like 1980s chicken pox fucking travesties in our house. You know, it felt like when I was a kid, it felt like everybody I knew when they got the chicken pox, they always got it right when they were going to do something fun, right? Like it's like it waited for the most inconvenient moment to show up. And so for us, what happened was that I think the order it happened was that my sister got it when we were supposed to go to the fair. So we went to the fair and she stayed with my grandparents. Then I got it when we were supposed to go to this cabin with my uncle for a week. So my sisters, one of whom was already recovered at that point, and the other one went with my uncle to this cabin for a week, and I had to stay with my grandparents because I had chickenpox. Then my baby sister got it while they were at the cabin. I think she had the worst of it. So I think what I'm going to do is put, at least this week, I'm going to use this situation here, and this will be for the Roomba. Is it 50? Healthcare is 60. Okay. I'm looking to see what else is going on. Do you need someone to drive you in for a colonoscopy? Don't they give you like some kind of sedative or something for that? I've never gotten one, but my sister did. So we're just going to write Roomba. And we're just going to set a little schedule here. And it might not be perfect, but it'll be something. So what I think I want to do is do the kitchen the kitchen, that floor, every other day, because it's the front door and the kitchen area, and so it needs it almost every day. So we'll do kitchen every other day. That also works because I probably do it in the evening, and the cleaners are coming on Wednesday. So doing the kitchen Wednesday evening, even with the cleaners coming, the kitchen is still going to be grubby from that day's kitchening. So I'm just putting every other day for kitchen. And then we'll say Tuesday will be upstairs, living room, basement. Because then it'll be on Saturday when I'm not working. So that would work out. We'll try this schedule this week and we'll see if it works. Yeah, I'm guessing if they can, if you let them know that you don't have someone to drive you, that they'll get you an Uber or something, and they can just put you in that. Or maybe not. So I've never done it though, so don't listen to me. All right, I'm gonna put my habits in then. So my habits have shifted slightly, sort of. So we have the, let me go to my habits here. Again, this is all going to pop up in the monthly that goes up this week. Water, blood pressure, Layla, steps. Then the new one that's going instead of Roomba is one little word. If you watched my bullet journal video that went up this last week, I talked about that. So the May one little word prompt is a practice, like a habit. And what I decided to do was draw one of these mindfulness card deck cards every day and do what it says on the card for my practice to keep it interesting and not boring. So today's was I pulled it already. Is drink 8 glasses of water. So I'm in the middle of that right now. I'm at like, if we're talking 8-ounce glasses, I think I've hit 3 so far. So I need more. Oh, that's an interesting thing. So they might let you take a ride share if you've got someone with you, so that maybe because you're going to be out of it, they don't want you to get taken advantage of or something. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to take a minute and put my weather in here for the week. So I planted my grain stock yesterday, and you could see it on Instagram, but I still need to cover it because it's going to get a little chilly this week. Allegedly, it rained today. I have not seen that, though. Okay. So, but tomorrow it's supposed to rain. And then Tuesday is the day it's supposed to get like the chilliest at night. Thankfully, I've got a cover for my green stalks, so my poor little seedlings and starter plants will not completely like smush over, hopefully, fingers crossed. I really like it though. Planting it was actually super simple. I did not vlog it, mostly because I could not, what do they say? What do British people say? I can't be arsed to do it. I could not be arsed to do it. But I will show it. I'm probably going to vlog tomorrow, and so I'll show it tomorrow in a vlog. Okay, now we got that in. So we've got the basic structure of the planner in. There was something else I wanted to put in here on the daily, and I don't remember what it was. Maybe it was the Roomba, and I'm just brain farting. I don't remember. Okay. Monday, Sunday, Monday, happy days. Oh, gotta put in my A and B days. I only think I have 2 more weeks of A and B days left before finals week. Saturday, what a day. Do-ba-do-do-do-do. These days, these days, happy days. You guys like you guys like that? That's my concert for you this afternoon. I'm in a really good mood. You want to know why I'm in a good mood? I got my car back. I mean, that would be enough, right? I missed my car so much. Oh, I missed my car. And I'm so glad to have it back. Like, the rental car I had was great, but I missed my car a lot. That is indeed what British people say. Isn't the prep for colonoscopy like some nasty drink? Like I said, I've never had one before, but I've heard that. I wonder, for those of you who have had a colonoscopy and have been pregnant and had to do the gestational diabetes test, which drink is nastier? Is the colonoscopy drink nastier, or is the glucose test drink nastier? I've had to do both drinks. With Kat, I only had to do the 1-hour test, but with RJ, I had to do the 1-hour and the 3-hour test. I did not wind up having gestational diabetes, but I did have to do both tests. Ooh, now you want to watch some episodes of Happy Days? I want to get a bidet. I think I've decided I want to get a bidet. RJ is horrified by a bidet. He used my sister's, and he came... Fucking teenage son comes running downstairs, goes, "It shot right up my ass." Oh God, that sounds awful. Oh no. David, you should look online for kiss cut settings. Use the term kiss cut settings, because I believe that's the phrase that people use for when you cut through a sticker sheet through the sticker layer, but not through the whole sheet. I believe it's kiss cut is what it's called. The whole process of bowel prep is far worse. Oh, God. Metamucil and Gatorade. Yeah, Kim, he probably wouldn't. He'll be in my, although he does go to my bathroom sometimes. Ever since I told him, like, okay, this is going to be way more information than you guys ever needed. But like, I really don't, you guys know the story of RJ flooding the upstairs toilet and the water coming through. So there's the paranoia about that. But then B, on top of that, I don't want people taking a deuce in my bathroom unless it's me or Jesse. And even then, I don't really want Jesse deucing in my bathroom because I'm so sensitive to smell. And when one deuces in the bathroom that only has a barn door, like a sliding barn door into my master bedroom, that means when you deuce, my bedroom is going to smell like your butt. And I don't like that. But I know it's our bathroom. Jesse's like, you can't stop me from pooping in my bathroom. And I'm like, I know I can't. But you can't stop me from bitching about it either. So there is that. Anyway, so I don't care for it when Jesse deuces in our bathroom. However, I also recognize that it is not just my bathroom, it's also his bathroom. However, RJ has his own bathroom. He and Kat share a bathroom. And if he has to deuce and Kat's in the bathroom, he'll come to my bathroom. And I'm like, how about you don't? How about you go to the downstairs bathroom? I'm fine. I'm not fine, but I'm as fine as I can be with smelling Jesse's deuce in my bedroom. I don't want yours. Now, if you guys are saying, how bad are their poops that you can smell them? I have a bionic nose. I can smell shit both literally and figuratively. I can, and I don't like it. Poopery does not work for me. The smell of poopery to me smells like essential oils mixed with poop. It's worse. I'd rather just smell the poop. Poopery, I understand how much people adore poopery for what it does, but for me, poopery is like spritzing essential oils on top of a stinky deuce. It doesn't help. It makes it worse. You're welcome. For all of you who came on here who didn't know you were going to get a poo-poo. I can smell mold. Yes, I can. I can smell mold. I can smell mold. Jesse can't cook Indian food or even get takeout Indian food because the smell of curry makes me want to yak. And even if he's eating it in the opposite end of the house, I can still smell it. Yeah, bionic nose. It's heinous, man. It's heinous. So, okay. Monday, I got 2 calls and I have to walk Layla, and that's all I have on my calendar so far. I also need to go by the Wampost office and pick up my compost bucket. I was supposed to go this week, but they weren't able to get me in this week. So hopefully I'll be able to grab it tomorrow. This conversation is really going down the shitter. Ba-doom-sh. I love the smell of bleach. Okay, here's another thing. You guys might wonder if I've killed my brain cells off or not. I fucking love the smell of bleach. I love the smell of bleach. I love the smell of gasoline. I love the smell of cleansers in general. I love it. See, Jesse, I don't think he has bionic hearing, but what he does, he grew up in a house where he slept on the 2nd floor. And so he would have his windows open, but it was pretty quiet where he lived, right? So he didn't have to worry about sounds of stuff. And then when he was in college, he was not on the first floor, and then he also was in a city, so he had city sounds. When he moved to Napa, and we lived in the first house suite, not the condo, because the condo was different, but the house was on the second floor, bedroom. But then when we shared the house together, the first house we lived in together, our back window, we were on we didn't have 2 stories, and the back window opened out onto the backyard. And because of the murder shed with all, apparently, oh my God, you guys, so many tales to tell from what I heard from after we moved. But the murder shed had a bunch of rats living in it, apparently. Let's just say that. And then on top of that, there's just like stray cats there's this house, this hoarder house that like fostered all of the, they didn't foster, but they like fed all the stray cats and everything. A lot of wildlife moving around in our backyard. And so we would have the window open because we didn't have any sort of air conditioning or anything in the house. And Jesse would hear all of the noises and he couldn't sleep because all of the sounds outside were stressing him out. Now that we live in this house and we're on the second story, it doesn't bother him anywhere near as much, but he started sleeping with headphones in because he couldn't sleep by hearing like things rustling around in the backyard. Yeah. All right. Warm post. I do not like the smell of vinegar. The smell of vinegar gives me a headache. I do love the smell of fresh asphalt. That's another one. Bye, David. Have a great day. All right, so one post, and then I am walking Layla at 1. We'll use these little skinnies for walking Layla. Oh, so we got Layla's. I forgot to mention this. Patrons who were on the Hangout earlier, I forgot to mention this. The other thing, literally right before I popped on, we got Layla's results back from her we did like the cheek swab and then sent it into the lab. I bought that for Jesse for Christmas. What the fuck is it? I'm brain farting. The test that talks about both her potential health predispositions as well as her breed or her ancestry. We got that back. Would you guys like to know what Layla's background is? At least what they could pull from her DNA sample. Doggy DNA test. I don't know what creosote is, but I don't like the smell of Band-Aids now. So, okay. So Layla we expected that she would be some sort of a mix of lab and some kind of a terrier, like pit bull or whatnot. And she is. What we thought she would be a mix of was those two things plus greyhound. Because if you look up pictures of a greyhound lab mix, it's damn near identical to Layla. Greyhound is not in Layla's background. Yeah, I think Embark is the one we got, Amy. Creosote is the old-fashioned wood sealer used on railroad ties. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, so there was a couple of other tiny bits of mixture, but the other the other piece of it, the other not majority, but I would say the 3, I don't remember what all of them were. Greyhound was not one of them, but the one that was the other like top mix besides terrier and lab is Chow Chow, which we think is where her tail that curls up, like her tail does like her tail, like if this is her back, like puppy back, her tail does this, like the curly, like a Chow Chow. That's why we think she got it. Yeah. Totally out of the blue. That was not what we were expecting. Trail of Debris asks, is Layla a rescue or a puppy you adopted? She's a rescue. We rescued her. She was 6 months old. So from what we understand, and then, also there's a big chunk of her background that's called super mutt, basically like a very muddy, mixed muddiness. I mean, that's what she is. She's a mutt. But we were just curious as to what her background was. So yeah, we got Layla when she was 6 months old from Colorado Retriever Rescue. She apparently, we don't know what her background was before she was brought to the first shelter, or the shelter that the rescue got her from. Apparently, they rescued her from a kill shelter in Texas. We don't know what happened to her before that, but we wonder if there might, because she loves other dogs. She actually loves cats, but she's very nervous around people she doesn't know. So we wonder if that has a piece of it, but we don't know what her story was before she was brought to the rescue from the kill shelter. And then once she came from the kill shelter in Texas to Colorado, they fostered her out to a lovely lady who lives in Parker, outside. So I wanted to say it took us like 40 minutes to get there from here. This lady has a piece of like property out in like the farmy sort of area. So there's like there was some like open land with, fences. And she has, between her dogs and the dogs she fosters, a whole bunch of big dogs. Like she referred to it as a herd of dogs, and she wasn't fucking kidding. There was a whole bunch of them, bunch of retrievers, she had a Great Pyrenees that basically looked like a piece of furniture. She was so big. All these big dogs. Layla was actually one of the smaller dogs in the group, and Layla is 60 pounds now, thereabouts. And then one cat. And the cat was the alpha, like the one cat to rule them all, which is why they matched her with us, because we were specifically looking for a dog that was going to be good with cats, because we have Lou, and Lou was our first priority because he was here first. Lulu gets seniority. And so she loves the shit out of cats and other dogs, but she is very nervous around other people she doesn't know yet. We're working on that with her. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she was a pandemic puppy that somebody like took in and then couldn't deal with. Okay, I'm putting this like this because Jessie is going to the office on Tuesday. Do microns work on the Krissyanne Designs stickers? You need a permanent marker. So I wouldn't go with Pigma microns. This is the Le Pen permanent. This one works. The Sakura micro perm. So it's by the same brand as the microns, but it's not a micron. That works. This one is the Pilot Ultra Fine Point permanent pen, which is what I've been using. It takes a few more seconds to dry, but I like it better. So I like the tip better. Yeah. Okay. So we will use this guy here for just going to the office. Yeah, and we don't want to talk too much about the pit bull background just because of the way the stereotypes that people have about pit bulls. We don't want to saddle Layla with people's misguided, like, I almost put Jess at office. Ooh, you adopted 2 kittens, 9 weeks old today. Very cute, the kitten phase. The main pen I am using is Pentel Energel RTX 07. I love this pen. Okay, so Jess is going to the office on Tuesday, and I've got my video already put in here. And then, so I'm doing both walks with Layla. I have a patron live, and then there's also pest control coming. And I don't know what time pest control is coming yet because they don't tell you the time until the day before. I hate that. Can I just say I hate that so much? But you do what you're gonna do. But I hate that. Just letting you know. So Layla, I'm gonna put it in between, I think, my Layla walks, and that way when it shows up, I'll just be able to, when they tell me what time, I can just add it to this. And if it's in the morning, whatever, I don't give that much of a shit. Let me see here. Do I have a sticker that would work for pest control? Nope. So I'm just going to put workin'. Hey, workin' man. And once I get the time, I will write it in. Don't they know I'm a planner? I need times. Times, people. Oh my god, my stomach is making some weird noises. I ate a chicken strip, and I think my stomach is not happy with me. All 4 of your pets are rescues, Christine. Yeah, we are looking to rescue a kitty. We're ready to add another kitty. Jesse's kind of into the idea of getting a kitten and harness training it. I don't know if I want to go through the kitten phase again. I kind of want to get somebody that's about Lou's age, but is a little bit more outgoing. Like, our needs for a cat, what I personally am going for, what I'm rooting for here, if you will, is getting another kitty that is around Lou's age, going to be okay with a dog, and going to be okay with other cats. And then what I hope for is a kitty that's potentially more outgoing than Lou is. Not because I'm necessarily into the idea of I want like a super personable, like, I mean, I would love a kitty that's like super chatty or whatever. Lucy is a wuss. He is a massive wuss. As in, like, reaches trembling paws to jump up onto counters that he's jumped up on before. He does not know how to kitten or cat very well. Like, before anything he ever did before that was a little out of his comfort zone, he did because Loki did it first. So it would be nice to have another cat around who's a little bit more outgoing and courageous to help Lucy with some of his kitty fears. Neither Lucy nor Layla is an alpha animal also. So having another cat that can come in and kind of be the boss would be nice. But that's kind of what we're going for here. So I'm going to put in for my patron live. I'm going to be, for patrons, the ones who are on the Hangout already know this because I showed them, but for other patrons, I got some of that jelly gouache that looks like it's in pudding snacks, or like the sweet and sour packets you get from like McDonald's for the chicken McNuggets. And I'm going to be testing that out in our live. So be there or don't be there. Yeah, Andrea, that's how my my sister's cat has gotten, my sister basically would adopt every single cat that came across her path if she could. And she lives out in the country. So she's had strays show up at her house before. And that's how like she's managed to get some of her cats in the past, has been they've just sort of decided that they live there. And she's like, okay. The alpha thing is a myth. I'm fine with that too. I just want a cat that like, I think Lucy's a little lonely. Up until Loki died, he had never been in a house where he was the only cat. And I think he could use a friend. But on top of that, like I said, he's kind of a wimp. And we just want to get a cat that maybe he has shown in the past he is more willing to try things and to do things if another cat does them first. So that's what we're going for. Yay, Katie. Another 10-day-old kitten you foster failed. Yeah, Jesse would love to foster cats. We're not really in a good place for that right now, but eventually I think we probably would not have a problem. The only problem we would have with fostering cats would be we would probably be foster fails constantly. And so I don't know if I am prepared. I think the thing I am not prepared for is putting myself into the position to constantly have cats come through and to want to keep them all. Like, I know myself, I get attached. So does Jesse. So, and the kids. So that may not be the best business for us to be in. Am I still watching the Turkish show? I am. I believe I'm on episode 52. I think. Let me look. What episode am I on? I think I'm on 52. Checking my YouTube history. Because I was watching it last night. 52. I'm almost done with episode 52. Anyway, the cleaners are coming on Wednesday. Thus far, this will be the third time I think they've come. Oh, I do know what I need to put, though, on Tuesday, because this has been not a problem, but not a problem, but not a, hasn't been working as best as I could. Like, I've lucked out that Jess has had cash on him for a tip, but I just need to remind myself. I'm using this of the new, the mild smoky Zig Dot pens this week, I think. It's the Wisteria color. I just need to make a note on here that I need to pick up cash for the tip. Pick up cash for tip. Okay, put it on my to-do list for Tuesday. All right, because the cleaners are coming on Wednesday morning. And it's been going good. They do a great job. We tip them, we pay them, and we tip them very well. They do a wonderful job, and I appreciate them, and it's taken such a weight off me. I still get in my head about it, but the feeling of having a clean house afterwards and knowing that I don't have to put myself into bed from pain for cleaning the house, it means a lot, and it's helping me get through some of my feelings, which are odd, they're still there, but I'm working on it. Okay, so I'm going to put my Layla walk here, and I'm going to leave the rest of the day blank for now because I don't know what else I'm doing on Wednesday yet besides working. Foster failures, yeah. Yeah, see, Jessica, Lulu's hardcore stranger danger with people, but he adjusted to Layla very quickly. So I'm thinking he'll be okay with bringing another cat in. He's just not into both of our pets are very much pandemic babies. Layla is most definitely a pandemic baby. Lulu was only 3 months old when we adopted him at the beginning of October in 2019. So the majority of his life has been during the pandemic. And so they're both skittish around people, but they both are fine with other pets. So that's my hope. Our Flag Means Death if I have HBO Max. I'll have to check it out, Debbie. The one I'm super interested in right now for shows is it's on Hulu. It's the one about that murder case in Utah, the Mormon murder case. What's it called? Under the fucking something. Under the what? Under the dome? No, that's Stephen King. Under the Banner of Heaven. That's it. Under the Banner of Heaven. That's the one I'm interested in watching. Although I will also say, I found out, I talked about this. The podcast that goes up tomorrow is kind of a one-shot, one-off podcast because I just was not in a place to record the ones I meant to record. And I talked about some things that just got me really excited. And one of them is the next week on the 3rd. Ooh, I should write that down too. Next week on the 3rd, HBO is releasing the Spring Awakening. It's like a documentary about the Spring Awakening, like the making of Spring Awakening and the reunion concert they did. So I want to watch that because I want to see the footage from it. Spring Awakening, HBO. That is on Tuesday, I believe. Get my heart rhythms checked. Sounds like mom might have died from sudden cardiac issues. Thank you for the super chat, Indie Kitty. And I actually did just go through a whole round of heart testing because I had an irregular heartbeat. But it turns out everything is okay. But yes, I am on it. Don't worry. Remember, I'm gearing towards transplant. They are going over all of my health history and doing all of the tests with the fine-tooth comb because they want to make sure if they're going to stick an organ in me that it's going to last. I'm going to scroll up. Okay. Oh my God, I'm sorry for introducing you to Magnificence. It's like sucking my life away. I told Jesse, I feel like I've been watching it forever and I'm only on episode 52. Any suggestions for light romance? Romance and schmexy stuff triggers you and you want to introduce the genre to your life, books, shows, movies. Fuck. What is the name? There's a name for it. There's a name for romance stories that is not like sexy romance. I remember hearing about it, like a writer saying that was the genre they wanted to write in. And I don't remember what it's called. I know, Katie, do you know? I know you're a writer. Light romance. Yeah, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything, but I will let you know if I do think of anything. I tend to go for like super grisly shit, so I might not be your best person to ask. Through an agency, Nicole? No, I looked on Yelp and I was looking at, what I was looking for was people who had good ratings, but lots of ratings, right? Because you could see people with good ratings, but less ratings. Good ratings, lots of ratings, and then I got quotes. So that's how I found it. And then I cross-referenced it on Nextdoor, as we call it, the Nosy Neighbor app. Okay, so Thursday, I am putting my IRA contribution in. And then I have a headache clinic appointment that I have been waiting for a couple months now. They're going to be taking a look at my migraines because some transplant medications can make migraines worse. And they want to make sure that my migraines are under control before I get a transplant. And I keep talking like I have a transplant ready to happen. I don't. I'm still having people tested, but doing all the prep work so that when it is time, it's like caught up as possible. They just want to make sure that my migraines are in a good place before I'm in a place where they have to put me on more medications. And it is a telehealth appointment. Thank God. Adorable pirates in love. I'm totally in. Sweetly queer as fuck. I'll have to check it out. Yeah, the one I'm talking about, the Under the Banner of Heaven, has Andrew Garfield in it. You're going to see Oh, Emma, I heard that that's going to be so good. The new Into the Woods revival. Yeah. Dude, Trinks, there was a point where with the Magnificent Century where I was about ready to give up on the show. Because even though I was super into it, the fucking Princess Isabella storyline, it was like I wanted to pull my hair out. I was like, can we get past this? I know this is fake. This isn't in history. This is fake. Can we get past this, please? And now that we're past it, it's so hard for me to stop watching. But like, I can't. I have to pay attention because it's fucking terrible subtitles. And so like, I can't do anything else while I'm watching. I can barely fold laundry while I'm watching it. So, yeah. Yep. Okay, so I'm walking Layla. And then I also sounds like Jess is having a conversation with one of the kids. You're watching ER. I remember when ER was a thing. It's like when the X-Files was on. Okay, so moving forward to Friday. I'm going to take Friday off. Not Jessie. No, Jessie's taking Friday off too, actually, because Layla has an appointment. So let's see here. We'll use one of these little stickers. But I am not going to be hanging out with Jessie for the most part. I got my own shit to do. I got my own thing now. So the Botanical Gardens sale is actually Friday morning. Well, it's all weekend, but the tickets I have are for Friday morning. And I want to go in and pick up some lavender for my front yard. From everything I understand, lavender actually is okay if you neglect it a little bit, which I'm all for neglecting. Thumbs up for neglecting plants. And I'm going to use a Steve. Let's use a Happy Steve. Let's use a Happy Steve. Yeah. So I want to get some lavender and whatever, see what else they have. I was going to try and get tickets for Jess to go with me. They're free to get in, but you have to have tickets because they are trying to limit the number of people in the gardens at any given time. And I went, and Jess and I talked about him taking the day off to go do it. And so I went, and the time, it was already all booked out. So I'm just going by myself, and I am totally fine with that. And then after I do that, I want to go to the grocery store because I'll be right over by the TJ's. So that makes the most sense. And then, and Jesse's in charge of all the walks on Friday because I'm in charge of all the walks on Tuesday when he's at the office. And then Layla has her appointment at 2 p.m. to go get her nails clipped. Again, I talk about this a lot in my video coming out on Tuesday, but she's not a small dog, and she does not care to get her paws handled. She doesn't like it. So it is a little easier for us to send her to the vet to have the tech clip her nails because they're not as nervous about it. than it is for us to do it. With like Lou doesn't like it either, but Jesse is usually able to clip Lou's claws over the course of a week. Like every day when he snuggles Lou, he'll take a second and clip like one of his paws before he gets sick of it. Usually over the course of a week. But Layla, it's a little like we're also trying to get her used to baths, and let's just say we can only focus on one thing that's stressing her out at a time. So definitely Layla's nails, we're sending in to get like a tack done. I want to go out for lunch with RJ. Maybe I'll bring RJ gyros on Wednesday. I'll have to talk to him and see what day he would prefer I bring him lunch, but I would like to do that this week. And then Saturday, I am so excited because on Saturday, they are reopening the farmer's market, and I am fucking here for it. I'm here for it, which is another reason I want to go to the grocery store ahead of time so I have an idea of what it is I want. I'm going to use a coffee cup. Because we're going to go relatively early, and I'm going to use a Happy Steve because we're going to go as a family. One of my bucket list items, like my 2022 bucket list items, is to find and then patronize a farmer's market, like find our new favorite farmer's market. And this one, I mean, it may not be this one. It may be, I'm going to use this family time sticker too, because we're all going to go. It could be this one. My hope is that it's this one, but I don't want to get my hopes up entirely because this may not be the one. But the reason we're interested in this one specifically is it's close to us compared to some of the others, closer to us. It's one of the bigger ones in the area. It's supposed to be one of the best ones in the area. It's by the Container Store, which, fuck yeah. We have a friend who lives over in that neighborhood, and it's dog friendly. So it's checking the boxes. So we'll see. And ideally, we'll go every week. We used to do that every year. In Napa, we used to go almost every Saturday to the farmer's market. Like, I could have gone on Tuesdays when it was also open, but the kids were at school, and one of our favorite things about the farmer's market is to go as a family. You know, I remember in Napa, the kids and Jess would go and get, like, what the fuck are those things? Tortas? The big fucking things. And we would get food, or we would get crepes, and we would just fucking have a blast. And so, fingers crossed, we enjoy this one. We'll find one. There's a bunch of them in the area, but this one is the one I'm hoping for. I'm just going through I will be careful with the lavender around the animals. Absolutely. Lulu's not allowed outside, for one. Lulu is not allowed outside at all. And Layla, thankfully, the only plant that she's been interested in eating is grass. Like, I have plants all over the house, and I keep the toxic ones up high so that if the cat or Layla, if either of them get into them, I don't want them to do that. So I keep the plants that could be toxic to them out of reach. But there are other plants both outside and in the neighborhood, and Layla has gone nowhere near any of them except for grass. And then there's a couple of trees that drop like plums or something, which we don't want her eating because they give her the shits, but like those are what she goes for. Yeah, lavender. I knew about lavender being toxic because of the essential oils. I found out about that when I was attempting to deal with some fucking, I don't remember what it was. I was doing something with essential oils, like diffusing them or something. That's when I found out about it. Wash. The other thing we really want to do on Saturday is do like an outdoor cleanup, which is really, I would like to direct Jesse and RJ to do an outdoor cleanup. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. Oh, I know what I wanted to do. I need to put water. I haven't decided how I'm going to put the green stock, if I'm going to put it in my Planta app or not. So I'm going to put water or at least check green stock on every single day so I can get in the habit of it. That was the other thing I wanted to put on here. Because like my Planta app is great for taking care of my houseplants, and I used it last year for the herbs that were out on my back porch. But because the watering on my other plants are all in one big thing, I don't know if there's a way for me to put that into my Planta app or not. So this might be, I might just need to set like an alarm on my phone to go check it or something. Because what I want to get in the habit of is checking it in the morning and then looking at the weather and covering it at night if it needs it. I'm not sure yet though, so we'll see. Anyway, okay, Sunday, all I have on my Sunday is the regular streams. So I know Sunday is Mother's Day. I fucking hate Mother's Day, so I am not looking to do any sort of like Mother's Day type situation. But I do want to relax in the morning because why the fuck not, right? Yeah, I have catnip in my green stock, and it's up high, so the neighborhood cats won't be able to get to it. It's in one of the top tiers, but I am all about giving Lou some fresh catnip. Thank you, Cheryl. Yeah, I'm feeling fairly good about it. I'm still struggling a little, and it's been really hard. I did not get anywhere near as much work done this past week as I wanted to because I was having a really tough kidney week. However, it has been feeling really nice to prioritize hobbies and other things. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, like the song. And I'm feeling good, do, 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 do. My favorite version of that song is the Muse version. I mean, that's not surprising. But yes. There's all my planning basics. I'll just put that right there. All right, so that's my week. I'm feeling really good about it. I do need to add a couple things to this list. For one, my microwave filter desperately needs to be replaced, and I just haven't had the time. So I'm just going to put it at the top of my list. Microwave filter. I have to update my credit card for waste management because I got a new card, like a new debit card, like it expired. So I have to just update that. What was the other thing I need to pull off my list? Oh, I got to send the Wookiee check. Kat is registered for the summer camp they're going to go to, but I need to send the check for that. No, I don't put essential oils in food. That's not what they're, no. I know that that's something people do, but like if I want lemon flavoring and I'm not using like lemon juice or lemon zest, I'm going to use lemon extract because that's meant for cooking. Yeah, the Muse version of that song is outstanding. The Nina Simone version is so good, but I love the Muse version. I've heard them sing it live. Oh, fucking Matt Bellamy has like the voice of an angel. Okay, so here's my week. I think it's looking good to me. Let's see how it goes. I've got the green stock and the Roomba kind of on deck and the one little word is like new things this week. That might be more new things than I should probably take on, but at the same time, I'm so stoked about the green stock, and I'm very excited about the one little word project. So only the Roomba is the one I'm a little less excited about. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Are you doing any planting? I know some of you are in the southern hemisphere, so it's not springtime, but you could be doing fall planting. Let me know in the comments because I'm curious. Anyway, I'll talk to you all later. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care this week, and I'll see you next Sunday. Asta.